Okay, you should be able to hear me softly. We're getting there. You should be able to hear me softly. We're getting there. You should be able to hear me softly. We're getting there. You should be able Hello, by the way. I'm self-fixing this because YouTube has this weird thing where there's like a start streaming button and a go live one. YouTube has this weird thing. I just pressed go live. There's like a start streaming button and a go live one. YouTube has this weird thing. I just pressed go live. There's like a start streaming button and a go live one. YouTube has this weird thing. I just pressed go live. Okay, I should be a bit louder. And a go live. YouTube has this weird thing. I just pressed go live. Okay, yeah. I hear the echo as well, but I thought it was just me. Is there more echo now? Let's check. There shouldn't be. Hey, nice. I don't hear myself at least. I'm sorry. This was a very scuffed start, but hey, basically I had to wait anyway for you guys to join. So, hello everyone. We're going to be roasting some trailers today. I don't know if you can hear by my voice, but I have been dying basically after Develop Brighton. You're very low as well. A little head bottom left. Yeah, I have a green screen here. You can't see it because that's how green screen works. I can make myself bigger though. Perfect, nice. I'm larger now. I hope you like this. I'm not a pro streamer. This thing made me realize. So I asked you guys for sending in the trailers. I am not like, I'm just giving this as a context because if this is the first video you watch of me, this is a very different voice than what you're used to. So the plan is simple. I have my Premiere Pro open here, which you should be able to see. Also, I just realized I have a green screen filter on my display, which is not really helpful. Okay, now you should be able to see the green here on my Premiere Pro. I have a bunch of trailers. I don't know, are we gonna cover all of these? I don't know, these things can take some time depending on the trailer. We'll go through all of them, we'll see. Basically, first I'm just gonna show you the trailer in general, like go through it once, and then we're going through it again and be like, okay, these are the things that I like, these are the things that I don't like. I didn't really look at this, or like I didn't cherry pick them. I literally just went in order of submissions in the Discord. So you can kind of follow along if you're in the Discord. You can just see what is like the next trailer going to be. You can like the stream, guys. Always welcome to do so. So let's begin. I know there are some trailers in here that are a little bit meh. So once again, this is not pre-planned, basically. Just some trailers are like game jam trailers. Other trailers are like pretty solid trailers as far as I can tell from like already released games. How many trailers? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't think I'm gonna go through all 15 because I expect this to take like 2-3 hours already. Otherwise, I can always get more. I think I have like a total of 30 submissions. So this was just all that I could be bothered with downloading. One thing I'm gonna need your help with as well is because all of these have like very whack audio gain levels. Like you can see a little audio meter here on the bottom right. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. I went and lowered the trailer volume already. If it is, just like scream at me in chat and I can fix it. So first game is Doorways of Destiny. Let's just begin, I guess. It's a game jam game. I don't know, it was part of GMTK. Let's take a look at it. I want to like interrupt this, but I'm just gonna let it play at least one time so you guys get a full picture as well.
Protocol 0 failed.
Let's play this to the end. Okay, so I feel like I could, if you saw the meme review, there was like this bingo card meme. I feel like I could make a bingo card for some of these game trailers as well, where the start of the trailer, I don't know if I like that in general, like general thoughts. I don't know about the start. Middle of the trailer, pretty good. Ending for a game jam, it's all right as well. So let's take another look at this. Also, Thomas, why are you like this? You know you have a like dedicated personal channel that is like moderator. So the first big thing that I hear here, and it's maybe hard for you to visualize, I'll see if I can make this waveform a little bit better, is, I don't know, by the way, guys, how is the audio compared to like my voice? Should the PC audio be louder or softer, or what, doesn't really matter? Like if you could give me a feedback on that as well, it would be greatly appreciated. but basically what, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there is a very big difference in how loud the music is. In like a little part like here, like you can barely hear the music, and then you suddenly, I could be louder. I can be louder. I'll start screaming. Give me one moment. I can make myself louder. Am I better now? I should be louder. The effects indeed, like you said, Rough 256 are very loud compared to the music, and especially for something like this, which is a pretty high-pitched, like whoosh already, it's not the most comfortable to hear, basically. And especially like here, you can see in the waveform as well, like this first part down here is like very low, and then this part is basically just a sound effect. Also, it starts with like black. Oh, you can actually see like the scuffed Unity loading or whatever engine this is, where like it still has the void instead of like blanking out immediately. It immediately goes to black within the first second. Once again, I don't like this. How many frames have got black? This is like a solid 1/3 of a second almost. Purely black frames. This is not gameplay at the end of the day. These things should be gone. I think, okay, the concept of I open the door, this is okay. But then the follow-up is more doors. And then the big capital punishment for me, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be confusing because it's a puzzle game. Puzzle games are a bit difficult to, just in general, like you want to showcase how the puzzle works, but sometimes puzzles are very abstract. That's okay. I can't judge the puzzle part too much, but this I can judge. Why do you have these black like title screens with just one word on it? And why in God's name is this not centered in the middle if you do have it? It's like up top, and it's so small, because right now you see this pretty good, but you need to not forget that like people watch things on their phones, and suddenly if I look at this on my phone, then it's very small. Also, Andrew, cinematics in general, I wouldn't suggest if you're an indie game. Like basically at Develop Brighton, I also went to this talk about making trailers. And everyone there was an indie developer. And we were all kind of like sad because it was actually a trailer talk made for AAA devs, really. And there, it was from like the guy who did the Metro Exodus trailers. Cinematics are very important because cinematics make sense when you have the budget to participate in something like an opening night live or the Summer Games Fest or whatever. Because people are forced to watch the cinematics. But unless you are Blizzard or like Riot, who makes really good cinematics, people will probably not care about them. But because those events like Summer Games Fest, they have something called captive audiences, where if you don't like the trailer, you can't really click away because you tune into the entire show. Similar to advertisements like the Super Bowl or something. That's why I wouldn't suggest doing cinematics. They're hard to get right, and it's also not gameplay. If you're a small indie developer and you just want people to like look at your game and want to buy it and be interested in it, show gameplay from second one. So that's like, all right, it starts with gameplay here. There's some trailers that start with like the studio logos later on. That's bad. This is already pretty good. It's mainly like this black void that I'm not a big fan of. Then we got the gameplay again. And then this is like the first capital punishment. I would get rid of this basically. Or find a different way to showcase this at least. Like maybe what you could do, a gold standard indie trailer. Okay, so that would be something like Noita, probably is a pretty good one. I'm not gonna cover it in here. But Derek Lieu, he's a like trailer editor. He knows much more at the end of the day. He's done a lot more trailer breakdowns than me. I'm just trying to convey more of the common mistakes because someone like Derek Lieu, they make like triple indie and like bigger production indie game trailers. We're barely trying to scrape by basically. So anyways, what I was saying that you should do here, instead of switching to this black and then going for right, I think it would be much better to, okay, you go into this door basically. And then I'm gonna try and see if I can do like some fancy stuff actually. Let me quickly play around with my Premiere. How would I change this? I would add a color matte basically. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to go back to this, the frame of the door. So basically I would open the door and go into the text. So how that would look is like, this is very rough guys, like bear with me. I would make a color matte of this basically. Okay, this is gonna look very shoddy, but you basically open the door and go into it. I know there's no gradient on all of this or whatever, so it doesn't make sense. Actually, what I think I can do, if I just cut this, Yeah, it is gonna be maybe a bit of a Premiere Pro tutorial. I'm sorry if you don't know how to use Premiere Pro. It's gonna be all right, I promise to you. I wanna do this pretty easy. I'm just gonna zoom in a lot here and slow this down a lot. Let me unlink the sound. This is what I mean with we're probably never gonna go through the 15 trailers because I don't wanna just tell them like, hey, this is bad. I also wanna give an idea of like, hey, this is what I would do it. So I'm gonna slow it down to like 1/10 time basically. See if I can align it a bit more. Where's the door big? Like here? Okay, whatever. It's still a solid color at the end of the day. But here I would then put like your text on it, like I don't know what it was anymore, like find or something. We take like I'm just gonna take my regular font that I use for all my video editing, which is Montserrat. Make it bigger, make it black, probably. Okay, this is extremely shitty. Bear with me, but I would do something like this. Oh, it's right that they say. I need to make my timeline slightly taller. I don't know if this guy is like the most interesting, but bear with me. And we go, okay, so the word is right up until this frame. So we get rid of this. I'm gonna shorten it a little bit. Right, okay, let me center this. Don't worry about the font, guys. But then what you do here basically, oh yeah, I have no music, but whatever. Basically, this just feels more immersive than suddenly doing that cut to immediate black, is what I want to say here. Especially when you have these brightly colored doors. Like here you go into an orange one, or I think, yeah, you go into the orange one. Keep the trailer as well. And I think you're missing out on that one. Let's keep going anyways. So you got more of the door things. And so far until like second, what is this, like 10 basically, we've only opened doors, which, yeah, I'll switch to Comic Sans. That's the right move here. So perfect, we fixed the trailer. We were up at like 10 seconds. This, in my opinion, is where you showcase actually what the game's about. Because up until now, we've only been opening doors, to my opinion, and that does not feel like much of a game. Whereas now, suddenly, we get into this like, it's not Planet Fuddy, what's the guy, like the liminal space one, Stanley Parable style game where you have like all these pieces of conflicting information. Don't try number 5, then like which door is the one? This is the actual gameplay if you ask me. So I would almost make this first few seconds, like I think you can keep it because it showcases like, hey, I'm gonna be opening doors in this game. But I would make it like half length maybe, like 5 seconds, and then yeah, get rid of these long black cuts, and then go into this aspect as well. Yeah, no, it's not a Monty Hall because here you can see like the neither white. It's very short, but this is the puzzle, I think, in my understanding. If the developers watch it, yeah, this is not like how it should be conveyed. Probably there's something bigger wrong with the trailer. This is a very dark shot as well. I would make this a little bit lighter. I guess, yeah, this is pointlessly dark almost, I feel. I would just add an extra in-game light to that area, unless there's a specific reason for it to be that dark.
Protocol 0 failed.
And then we have some
Protocol 0 failed.
text-to-speech that is suddenly like a robotic voice. I don't know how I feel about this. I think you could probably just leave this out without missing much of a game. Because, yeah, because the robot voice, suddenly you add robots to this, which has never been primed. We've never expected there to be robots watching this, so I would get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think, oh yeah, like maybe have a robot narrate these parts of the text as well, like find the right way. That could be something more than just protocol failed at the end of the trailer, basically.
Protocol 0 failed.
And then this is like, it's an itch.io game. This is fine enough for an itch.io game. You probably want to do more. Like the big things that I always say in these trailers, if you saw the other trailer video as well, is you want to have movement still on this final like video, because this is just a static picture at the end of the day. Nothing is changing. You have this like small animation here at the beginning where they like come in and then angle, but that's it. And this is something where I often suggest finding like an idle animation or like an idle scene for your game, especially for a game like this. I would think about maybe is like a light in front of like one of those rotating fans, and just record that static, or like have a little bit of camera shake maybe, and then just put that with a blur in the background here, just so you have something going on visually, so people keep looking at it. Because this is now, okay, we've got like 5 more seconds, but nothing is changing anymore. So this is the point where people will already click off. And sometimes I see developers do this mistake, not this one luckily. They like have something at the end of this, like first they give like this, and then later on like a follow-up that is basically just like, oh, download now or something, or sign up to a newsletter. This is the moment everyone will click off. So if you're all right with that, that's okay. Like here, available on itch.io, you can do enough with this. You don't have to change much here, but I would add more of a like dynamic background, not a black one. I don't know about the fonts, maybe. Like you would probably, if this was a real Steam game, you would have a logo commissioned. You would have a bit more style and schwung for it. So this is, I give this an okay grade for an itch.io game. Like overall, like this trailer, considering it probably didn't have much time because it was made of a game jam as well, I think it's still pretty okay. There are some like easy wins you could do here, but I can't really complain. This is not a horrible trailer. This is not a trailer that I'm like, okay, you need to take this down like right now because this is doing more harm to your game than good. So yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, nothing happens anymore. They could have done a little bit more like interactivity probably. So let's do that. I'm gonna take a sip of water before we head to our next trailer, because this next one, it better be good, because it's Bloodshot by the guy who made Cryptis, who, I'm causing you harm. I have no trailer. That's the whole problem. I've been procrastinating making the Guild Architect trailer for embarrassingly long. I feel like 2 months at this point. So I cannot cause you any harm by something that doesn't exist. So, oh man, did he do this? Oh, he did it. Oh, why you do this to me? It's okay. So for context, this next trailer, Bloodshot, I actually reworked this trailer, or like this developer's previous game's trailer, for one of our YouTube videos, like 6 months ago, I think at this point. You can find the video on YouTube. It's like reworking a trailer in under 1 hour. And one of the first things that I told the developer back then was, don't start, like this is frame 1, it's black. Don't start your trailers with black frames. Like frame 2, still black. Frame 3, still black. Frame 4, frame 5, frame 6. Here, look, frame 6 is the first point where our trailer begins. Don't do this. Like even it's only 6 frames, that's still extra time that you will have to let your player wait basically. Don't do these fade-ins, it's bad. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm gonna show the whole trailer. I'm gonna shut up, let it play out, and then we'll go through it. Okay, so this is another itch.io game. Generally, your eyes are bleeding dividend Chen. I think that's okay. Like art style is subjective. This is a very vibrant color palette. This is kind of my kind of game. Yeah, like faster FPSs. That's why I also like reworked the previous trailer. The thing is, when you're making a trailer, there's like a tier list basically of how easy it is to make a trailer for a specific kind of game. Because puzzle games, or like especially 2D puzzle games, are really hard to make an interesting trailer for. Whereas if you make something like a roguelite, or especially a retro FPS, like this kind of boomer shooter, making trailers is basically easy mode. That's why I also kind of cheated when I reworked this like previous guy's trailer in that one video, because these are trailers you can make easily. Even games like Songs of Everjade, sorry, that was a pretty easy trailer to make, because at the end of the game, it's just fighting. And okay, you guys seem to be very divided on the visuals. I personally think it's okay still. I have some trailer things, some trailer nitpicks. So the first one, like I said, don't start with black footage. Basically, this first part of the trailer could just be cut off and it would still work exactly the same. Yeah, puzzle games are ridiculously hard because you also don't want to spoil the game, but you need to explain the puzzle mechanic, and some kinds of puzzle mechanic you need to like really try for yourself as well. So it's a bit harder. I like this here. One thing that he starts with is like story building, or like not really story building, but like creating an arc of what is the game gonna be about, where you walk up to the trail to the gun. It's like 1 second in, so this is still perfectly fine in my opinion. And then this is also once again like the drop hits, and then immediately very simple. Yeah, good sky, maybe something more pink. I don't know. I'm not gonna be an artist here. I'm just looking at the trailer. Basically, these kinds of shooter games, you just get a song and you match it to the beat. And one funny thing here is this uses the exact same music as the Cryptus trailer, but actually one note I have here that is only something because I know, because I've worked with the original files, is that this is a lower quality version basically of the sound. I don't know if it conveys on stream, but it's a very flat and compressed piece of music, whereas I have access to the source one because I gave him it for the old trailer. It should sound much more vibrant and dynamic. This music feels a bit tinny at the end of the day, and I'm using my in-ear monitor, so these are not like some cheap Apple earbuds. These are like reference monitors, so I know how this should sound. But basically, okay, you got the beat drop, and then you just tie the gunshots to the gameplay. And then, yeah, in general, I can't complain about this stuff. Like, once again, also, it's an itch.io game. It's like a game jam game, I think, as well. So you have limited time, like things like the HUD elements and things like that. You see those in your trailers, but if it's more limited time, it doesn't matter as much. I think, yeah, big problem with the game jam games as well that I think the Cryptus trailer had a little bit better is that there were more environments, more things to showcase. That's a bit less here. Once again, I think that's something you need to consider with like a full game release versus a trailer basically. This is one part that's like a little bit weird. You're just walking up and then, okay, you got your cards, like play now on itch.io. Once again, here I have the same piece of advice. Instead of a black background, you have those very pretty environments. Why don't you make like, it's probably not that hard in Unreal to have like a camera that's just like moving on a dolly, doing a slow pan of like a zoomed out environment. Do something like that and record like the 10, 20 seconds or however long that is. And then just put that in here, throw a blur over it, and then put like these things on top of it. It's going to be much more lively in actually getting people to watch until basically the play now on itch.io comes up, because this starts like here, whereas like, yeah, it's like 2 seconds already, or like like 2 seconds basically where the trailer is ended, because this is where you start fading out. And then people will already click off and they will not stay for the, oh, you can play it on itch.io by the way. So you want to always, if you can have movement on the screen basically, our brains will keep watching. Like, there is a reason that like those TikToks perform really well, where you just have the, like, what is it, like the GTA gameplay or Subway Surfers or like kinetic sand slicing, because our brains, they don't care about what is going on, they just care about something going on. And the moment you have something like this, which is objectively boring to look at, it's a lot harder for our monkey brains to stay engaged and actually look at this, register that, hey, I can go to itch.io and actually play this game. So that is one thing to keep in mind. As for the other trailer things, so the intro, you could just cut out basically the slow part. Don't put Subway Surfers on the side to boost your trailer. That doesn't work. The music, like FPS games, are just easy mode to make trailers. So that one is all right, but the music, I don't know. This is just for the developer. I don't know what happened with the audio quality, but it's a bit low here. And then, yeah, like I said, probably because it's a very limited game jam, this is kind of a weird shot because, yeah, nothing happens really. Oh, can you hear my DMs? Let me kill those actually. Nice. Okay, you will no longer hear my DMs. It's only work anyway. So overall, I think this is pretty good trailer. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know if I gave the previous trailer a number. I think that one was like a 6 out of 10 or something. Maybe I'm too nice. I'm not gonna show the work DMs. But I did close my live stream chat. So yeah. Next up is Stickility. Oh yeah, I remember this trailer. So let's go and take a look at this trailer myself. This is a 2D platform, I think. It's about 1.5 minutes, so bear with me, guys. Get something to drink, and let's take a look at this one. Tell me what's wrong with this trailer. I'll ask you guys, like, watch this and then tell me after the trailer's over. This is a long trailer also, so I hope the retention doesn't drop. Please stay. Oh, they got cinematics. Okay, and we have, I think, 4 seconds of just darkness. Okay, so I just downloaded the YouTube trailer, so this is part of the YouTube as well. I'm just gonna cut it out here so we don't keep talking about it. Okay, what is the big problem, guys, of this trailer? If you've like listened to what I said before, I'll give you like one shot and then I'll tell you, game looks great, trailer should be half the length without the starting logo and whatnot. Yeah, basically that's it. The starting logo is the main issue I have here, because let's take another look at this. Okay, so I time all my, like all trailers should start at 0.2. Like this is the frame count. I don't know why it can't start at 0, Premiere stuff. But basically it takes, I think like it was like 8 seconds or something until you actually have gameplay. Yeah, so it takes 8 seconds just to warm up, basically, like give warm up footage for when the game starts. Where does the game start? Like here, basically. All of this could be gone because first of all, this is very slow. Second of all, Reglan, I don't know, you're a viewer, so you're a cool guy, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't know if this is a captive audience trailer, because even those captive audience trailers generally go faster than this, or like show more. Especially with like the red blinking, this is not adding much. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Then we get gameplay. So the game, I think once again, your genre makes a lot of how easy it is to actually mark the trailer. The visuals of this game look pretty good, but at the end of the day, it's also still a 2D platformer, which does also cut back on what you can do, basically. What I have here, this one, I had the thought of like, welcome to the depths of biotech. I would actually put this text over this scene, where you're actually going down, because then you're showing and telling at the same time. I guess this could work because it's like, welcome to biotech, but really that part of the depths, I would have just put that on this scene. And you could have kept this, basically. This scene I would still show because this is a good scene. Some of these scenes are kind of okay, I guess. This is a good scene, this is a good scene, and like now the good scenes basically start. Yeah, basically, so start with a boss fight or something like that. That's the concept of having a cold open, where basically when you have a trailer, the first 10-15 seconds could work as a standalone mini trailer, where the action is already very high, and only then do you go back down and you would go to the like starting level like this. Like you generally don't want to start with this because this is boring once again. And sure, you have that line of rising action where more and more people will be interested, or like the tension and the things you learn will go up. But you need to make sure people don't click away. If you start with like a boss fight or something like this, people will be much more engaged to stay and watch the entire trailer. Now, it's not the easiest thing to get right, those cold like opens, because it's just like, okay, how do I fit everything into a 15-second trailer? But it is something that if you have made like your first few trailers and you feel a bit more comfortable, it is something you can look into. Anyways, let's go back here. Okay, text once again. I don't know if the text really made much value there. If you can avoid the text and it's like not something painfully obvious, then just get rid of it. We've got gameplay here, which is good. I think the big problem here is that there's just too much gameplay. Like this is a long trail. This is 1.5 minutes plus basically. I already cut like 10 seconds off from like the intro and the extended outro. But I feel like some of these scenes could like, this is a very weird scene to me. That doesn't really make sense. This is okay. Like all of these are good. This is good action. It's just late. Like we already saw this boss before. We already saw this boss before. Okay, find out what happened. This part is a little bit, I don't know. Like I like this. I think. Let me see again. What is it? This part is like suddenly there's like a custom cinematic, and it's okay. It just feels like this should be at the beginning if you do like want to do something, because it doesn't make sense to do it so late here. Because here, okay, we have like the little of like, hey, biotech's infiltration, and then he like gets the equipment, and then he goes back into combat, and that doesn't make the most sense to me. As for the logo here, I think this is good. This is more of a Steam release already, so it has a dedicated logo, so I think that is fine as well. Once again, maybe I'll look if you could maybe just keep this background, honestly, because there is some movement there. You're doing the slow zoom in. Why are you fading to black? I don't think you need to fade to black, and I would add like a little PNG of like, oh, out now on Steam. Indeed, no call to action, Ruff. You're ahead of me. Man, I really should make that bingo chart. Let me, okay, let's throw up the Photoshop. Actually, I think my Photoshop is broken. We'll see about that. But I feel like, yeah, things like over extremely long trailer intros, no call to action, we'll probably encounter a bunch of extra issues that we can put on our card here. But yeah, I think it's like hard to pinpoint exact scenes, but I think there's just sometimes too much of the same going on. Like this is one of those scenes you could probably cut out. Gathering craft, like this is one of those things you can tell this without having to write it down, because you're already gathering in like the background footage. You can actually not see how clearly like the gathering is being done because it's covered by the gather. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And then you're crafting based on, no, you're gathering here as well, but like this is obvious. So don't put text for it. And you're crafting like 3 scenes later. So this is good, don't do the text. There's no need for text. This is a weird scene, get rid of this. Makes sense that you're fighting the bad guy. So yeah, I think no call to action. If this is a Steam game, let me take a quick look if this is a Steam game actually. It's called Stickility. I don't know. Am I typing it wrong? Stickility. Okay, no, it isn't the Steam game. So I have no clue what the call to action would be here actually. It's just a trailer, but this is also very bad. Either have it for wish lists, have an email sign up if you don't have a wish list. Yeah, I prefer my trailers well done. Why would I want a rare trailer? So I guess that's a big one as well. Like, when do you make the trailer? When there's something that people can do. I want to do something with this, but I can do nothing with this trailer. And that means that, hey, even if I would think this is a really cool trailer, I'm gonna forget about it in like 2 minutes, because did you see Mr. Beast's latest upload with 50 YouTubers or whatever? And my brain has completely forgotten this. If there's no call to action, that's what the wish lists are for. Basically, because people Stickility. I think it's Stickility. That's also how it's written in the trailer here, like the Stickility announcement trailer. So I'm assuming that's, I don't know actually. Let me see on my second screen if I can find something apart from the trailer. Stickility. Okay, so it's a bit of an older trailer. They have a Discord server. So if you have a Discord server, then put a call to action for the Discord server in here. Don't put it just in the description, because nobody reads descriptions, I've learned. Like, I feel like I could write like the next person who comments like a specific word would actually get like $1 million, and nobody reads our descriptions. So that is one thing. Put it in here as well, like join the Discord. I also did not get at a fight. I have just been dying, basically. So I think this is a trailer that you can very easily re-edit once again and make it like 10 times better without having to change much. Just have like those raw footage, go and cut through it, cut the start off, cut the end off. And you can do a lot with that already. I think the music is also pretty good. It's something that has been pretty unobtrusive to me. Like, I haven't really noticed the music, but if I listen to it specifically, it does fit that like infiltrate-y vibe, I guess is the best way I can describe it. So the music is also fine. Just make it shorter. That's number one. And then number two, get rid of the very slow starting scenes, because this is a different game suddenly. This feels like baby's first platformer. And then like suddenly you go to this, which is much more interesting to look at. So I would do that as well. Okay, man, my throat is dying, so I need to drink more. I like what's in the game, but Trail seems preoccupied with. Oh, yeah, maybe It's an older trailer as well, so who knows? 7 months old. It was due for an update, said the guy in Discord. Okay, let's take a look at this next one, Surviving Series. I think this one actually has a Steam page, but this is also once again from viewer, and it starts with black. Once again, this is a long trailer. This is 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I don't know if we're gonna watch through this. I mean, we have time. We'll watch through it all. So let's take a look at this. Grab a snack again. Please don't drop off. And afterwards, I want to know what your thoughts are, basically. Where did it go wrong? What is good? What is bad? Okay, this is good. I feel like a React streamer. I feel like I need to talk more. But can I change the color of the sound? Okay, so I hope you guys didn't fall asleep. I think it was a pretty good trailer, honestly. Also, to answer your question, Game Board Games, I think anything over 30 seconds, like 30 to 50 or maybe 60 seconds is ideal for a Game Tale trailer. You don't need to go shorter, but this is definitely longer. Now, this is a game that is gonna sell. So let me see if I can pull up some similar games. Steam is weird sometimes, guys. You may or may not have noticed that. Let me pull up. What is it called? Like Ship Graveyard Simulator 2 or something. This is one of those games that is... It looks a bit janky. That's like the best way I can say it. It looks like a game where, you know, the polish isn't optimal and things like that. But let's take a look. How do these trailers go? This is a pretty solid trailer. Like, this is one of those trailers as well. Like, gameplay, it doesn't feel like the most smooth. Okay, if they're gonna have gameplay. But you know, things like placing and the entire environment and interactions, these games do not look very amazing sometimes. So keep that in mind. But this is a game that's gonna sell. This is my first big problem. What are these fonts, my guy? I don't know. First of all, you need to welcome to series. Maybe it's time to get to work. Maybe what I would do here actually is have like a little like, could even be an AI voiceover, be like a robot voices like Captain's Log or whatever, day 754, welcome to series, it's time to get to work. I think something like that would work better than whatever this font is. Like, hello, this is horrible. I'm sorry. This font makes me feel like a presentation in middle school again. So make this more of a voice, I think, to set up the stage. This is a long scene where you're just walking in and out. This is still one continuous scene. The thing this trailer does really good is their music matching. I think some of you guys commented it as well. Why does it go back? Because it's very cold out on series. So that's maybe why. But the music matching for this trailer is super. I think I can give him that already. So this part, like, I like the lighting is good. This feels just like a little bit of a weird scene because it feels too dark, but that's unrelated to the trailer. Also, why are the blocks is pitch? Is this like actual pitch black? No, but it's close to it at least. So yeah, like things like the UI and stuff, you guys may comment on that and like, oh, the font doesn't look good. This does not matter for games like this for some reason. People will still play the shit out of this the moment this goes into early access, because these are the kinds of Steam games that like Steam wants. When I talk to Kusukowski, he's also like, yeah, if you just want money, make these games basically, because these are the games that sell. Yeah, like the rock should have more breaking sounds, but that should be fine. I don't know actually, is this game out yet? I'm pretty sure it isn't. Do I still have my Steam page open? Yes. Surviving series. Yeah, so they got a demo out already, they got a trailer out. Yeah, same trailer. So the game is not out yet, but that should be fine. You showcase the build. I feel like the building is a bit too much shown. Like inventory, you have to show this for these kind of games. That's what people care about. This is once again a superb transition, because here you have that first part of the trailer versus the second part of the trailer where you turn on the power and suddenly you have a whole different game. The problem is that this is the part where the game gets more exciting, and we're a minute into the trailer now, so a lot of people already have dipped out basically. This is one of those games where a cold open definitely makes sense if you have these very long trailers. You show the building, but once again, this is a pretty long scene. I think something, and we'll get to that in a second, I think, so you're building the rocket pad. This is like, nobody cares if you can change the lights. This is not gonna sell your game. So I would just cut out this scene. Let's see. Yeah, this is more inventory. But then here you have the rocket. And what this part, like the music is really good here. Yeah, a lot of screens stay too long, I think. And I think something that you as a developer can do really well, because you have engine powers basically, is this is once again one of those shots where I would set up like a tracking camera dolly to follow the rocket along or something and show the environment or show the base down below. Because this is just, oh, first person, shaky hand, looking up. Like you can see it's not a smooth follow as well. Like you suddenly jerk, which isn't optimal. For these trailers you want to optimize it a bit more. And then you get this environment. Once again, very pretty, matches the music, no complaints here. But you're 1 minute and 45 seconds into the trailer already. This is a different game suddenly. So yeah, I feel like it's like especially this scene is like too much of a, oh, I am hand controlling this, no smoothness at all. But this is just playing the game and like very slowly looking over. This should be things like smooth motions. Like here you have that pretty like overview picture. Also, I would do this in day, not in night, because I can barely see anything. I guess the rocket blast is better, but then there's things like golden hour where the sun is like setting more. You can play with these things. You're the guy who's making the game, so you can make that game look as pretty as possible. And like these time lapses are good, but then like also short suddenly. You put like 3 frames of like this final scene where the lights turn on. Barely anyone will see this almost to begin with. And then okay, you got the trailer. So okay, it's an AI generated image, whatever. There is movement on top of this. I can't complain too much. Logo is okay. Wishlist now on Steam, once again, has a pretty shitty font, I think. So this is a good trailer. Okay, so this is, okay. Is this a good trailer objectively? No, maybe not. But this is gonna be a trailer that tells the game, because also this is what people care about. How do you build the bases and things like that? Could it be shorter? Yes. I think like, for example, you could start, like if you do want to time it with the music, I would start it here. Cut off the first 20 seconds or like update it basically, where it's a little bit more condensed. I would make it a little bit shorter. But yeah, generally these are longer shots. Yeah, the pickaxe sound effects here could be a bit more like add some sub bass, add some more stacking sound effects basically. Yeah, you missed yours, Double-X. I'm sorry. Gotta wake up earlier. But this is a good starting trailer. I don't know how far like this game is. Let me actually look. I'm gonna take a peek at the stats because I am curious. Because this is one of those genres that I have no clue. Yeah, okay, 1000 wishlist, still better than like 80% of the average Bite Me viewer, unfortunately. So I would shorten the beginning, add some AI voice if you really want to have that welcome to series, it's time to get to work. Get rid of this ugly ass font. This is horrible. This makes me want to cry. Also, like one of the 2 fonts has drop shadow, the other one doesn't. It's just a mess. This is too like this scene of the white also, like this is not gameplay. This is some white and a rocket that you go back into. Make it shorter. Show the environment earlier if you can, like this part. I feel like because right now you make it feel like I can only go here if I already got a rocket. Yeah, you can also just not put any text in the beginning because you're on a planet and the game name is called Surviving Series. Like this is good. Once again, maybe this one is a bit shorter. I would time lapse this a bit more. But yeah, like put more effort also, I think, in the showing the expansion and progression of the game, especially with these base builders. That is a very important thing. Show your base expand basically. I think a really cool shot that we did for Forge Industry, which the trailer doesn't hold up perfectly, is you freeze the camera in like a top-down or like a near top-down view, and you record basically the base expanding, and then you put it, yeah, it's like tucked to the side indeed. But then what I would do is just expand the base more and don't do it in, like, this feels like a different game. Like, is it just me? Like, the visuals of this versus this just feels so different. Okay, this is once again not related to the trailer, just personal findings. Do more time lapses. basically, is what it comes down to. Like, this is okay, but this is very short. And at the end, do one of those sooner already. So yeah, this one, I don't know, this wish list now on Steam, I feel like could be stylized a little bit better. Apart from that, yeah, you can see it's an AI image, it's not ideal. Maybe do something like the rocket taking off in the background, make a time lapse of that. This works, but it depends. Like, most people, I feel like, don't care about AI. Some people do. Here, I can tell it very easily, but does it matter at the end of the day? Probably not. This is not gonna cost you any wish lists. You still have movement on the screen, so yeah. I think this is an 8 out of 10 trailer. I think this is you guys may disagree, but I still think that looking at the genre of this game and the audience this game will have, it is a good trailer. It can be done better, of course, but it's not horrible. AI is a big minus that a lot of players will see as cheap. May I present to you a few games, such as, what is it, Supermarket Simulator? Yes. They have AI generated images. I don't know if I can see this big enough. If you take a look at it, there's some post that goes into depth. Why is all of this AI? I think, what's the guy's name? Cron Space Emprise, I think. Oh yeah, and this game also does not, there's normally this Steam thing where it's oh yeah, we've used AI on this game or whatever. It doesn't exist. Cron Emprise Time Travel Survival. Once again, AI generated capsule. If you look at the rockets and things like that, nothing makes sense. Once again, no disclosure of AI. Nobody cares at the end of the day when it comes to the regular Steam user. And that sucks. I get that. If you're an artist, it's not fun. This is AI. Could we be more obvious about this? This is very generic AI. Nobody cares. So that's why I'm hey, if you don't use AI, or if you do use AI, sorry, other game developers will care, but at the end of the day, your player base does not really care that much. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Man, my throat is not gonna survive this stream basically. And I have to record videos tomorrow, or we have no backlog. How's everyone going, by the way? How many people we got? 50 people watching. 29 likes only though, guys. Why are you not liking this trailer or this stream? It does absolutely nothing for us, but it makes my monkey brain go happier. So that is one thing. Nice, we got one extra like. Whoever that is, thank you. Next up, we have Chaos Caster trailer. Man, wow, this is easy. Suddenly 15 likes appeared. 2D pixel game. First 2D pixel art game, I think, of this trailer. This one I saw before. I feel like my feedback will be very limited on this. But anyways, Chaos Caster dev here. Well, good news. I took a look at this first. I didn't have that much to complain. But let's take another look at it, guys. And see if you guys have any feedback as well. And the call to action. Wishlist now on Steam. So this is probably gonna be as close to a good trailer as we're gonna see this stream. Oh yeah, the music end here. Wait, let me see. Yeah. So lots of UI. That is a fair assumption, but that's part of the game as well, because it's I don't know if this is the survivor thing, but it's where you always get the 3 upgrades. I think the biggest problem this trailer has is actually not related to the trailer music, the trailer editing, or the gameplay matching, but it is because you have so much UI, yet you use the default TextMesh Pro font or whatever font this is. And this is the thing that I think damages the overall game feel the most, because you've got this beautiful, beautiful art. Like, this is great pixel art. And then you have like, oh, Baby Survivor, like clone UI basically here, where the font really kills the trailer and like the gameplay, in my opinion. Where also like readability, because you have the black outlines and things like that, very harsh contrast between the pure black and the pure white, actually is the thing that hurts this trailer the most, I think is the best way to say it. Like, that is the main thing I would do. I would just re-record the same scenes, but with the new fonts, basically. New fonts are going to be the thing that basically elevates this game to the next step. I don't know, developer, because you're in chat, if that is part of your plan, but it is what I would do, basically. And not much else, really. This is a good trailer. Yeah, same here, like the... What do you guys do? You guys use on a series of even more UI pop-ups. Oh, yeah, because you can't read all of this, maybe. I think it depends also on the kind of game. It showcases that there are a lot of items. I can see why this would work. We had something similar going on with Songs of Everjade, yeah, where we had a lot of items as well, and where I was also like, oh, should I show a lot of this? I personally am not, I don't find it a problem, because you can also see like the other scenes, like, oh my god, there's so many items up here, what's going on? Now, they do seem to be repeating. Making a slower version of this trailer could work. I think this, honestly, for selling the game, this could still work. It's just the font, in my opinion. Yeah, there's a lot of UI maybe, but there is also more than enough gameplay, if you ask me, of like, hey, epic boss fights and things like that. Like, this is still a great scene. These are still very good indicators of gameplay. So I wouldn't worry too much of this. This is just showcasing in rapid succession. Yeah, you get to be picky because the trailer is pretty good to begin with. So yeah, once again, add some drop shadow to the Steam logo, change the font so it doesn't look this ugly, and I think you're good, honestly, for like this version of trailer. Can you make it slower? Can you rework it? I think you can. It probably could work, but I think it may actually, in a certain regard, be worse than this one. Sure, there is a lot of UI. I wouldn't worry about it too much though here. Worry about the font first. And then, yeah, it's like also, once again, if you make the trailer like a little bit better. So, yeah. Also, some guy had a question. What are types of making YouTube content a similar vibe and theme as your game? You want to make a cryptid pet care scheme? I had to like. Generally, my advice is don't make like content about your game, because you're a game developer, not a content creator, unless you want to be like me and you have multiple people where one guy can become an actual content creator, making TikToks, making YouTube videos or whatever. If you're a smaller dev team or you actually have to program a lot, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the key art maybe also feedback-wise. Like, it's not ideal, the key art, but it's good enough. I think one thing you could do as well is there's like, I don't know the exact name of the tools, but I know you can do this in Wallpaper Engine. It's like animate the flame with like fake fire and have like some embers come off it. I think that is already going to be good here as well. Like the colors, I don't know. I'm not an artist. I'm not going to judge more about it. But the thing that is like one thing you could try and do, there's like some tools to add fake movement to like fire and things like that. Key art is pretty good. It's like the Spire vibes, yeah. So this trailer is like a 9.5 or like a 9 at least, in my opinion. So this one is pretty good as well. Can't complain about it. Okay, you guys can keep fighting about the key art for a second while I take some more water. Is anyone joining the Pirate Software Jam, by the way? Or are you gonna keep working, or you already have enough side projects? Let's see, I don't know how the streamer thing works. I am not a just chatting streamer, so let's just keep moving on. This trailer, oh my god, for the love of God, if the developer of this trailer is in here, don't ever do what this developer does. You see these giant black bars? They are like here because this is an ultra wide aspect ratio trailer. Don't do that. That's dumb. Nobody watches an ultra wide. There's like a 2% Steam hardware survey of ultra wide. I think that's even already very generous. Don't make ultra wide trailers. Make your trailers 16:9, 1080p. Always. I want to say this before I even start looking at the trailer because I saw this and I was like, no way he could have done that, right? That's so dumb. He did it. Don't make ultra wide trailers, guys. Please, for the love of God. Okay, let me turn down this volume a little bit because it's actually quite loud and I don't want to do it. I don't know if he's in chat. If he is, maybe he's too scared to answer after I just did that rant. But he'll watch this on the VOD. I have a lot of thoughts about this trailer. So let's finish it first. Double X, you could literally just ask me for the audio file because I sent it to you before. So this trailer, speaking of music, I am generally a fan of going for more high energy music and like more maybe dramatic and like orchestral or things like that. Because it's like music sets the vibe for your game and like music can carry a trailer. With that said, this is a horrible piece of music choice, I think, for this like kind of game. Like you do not need 170 BPM drum and bass for a game where you fire a catapult with very slow cinematics. I think that's issue number one. I'm gonna turn this a little bit lower still because my ears will bleed otherwise. I do like drum and bass, but okay, we're 2 seconds into the trailer. What has happened so far? A catapult has moved. We fired, we got the cinematic. This is the first point where, yeah, it feels like this is just EDM slapped on top of another trailer. Like I would have just taken another piece of music basically and put it on top of this. The first thing here is also like, okay, you have the text overlay, that's fine. Have you seen our new Resident Spider? But maybe I'm dumb, but nowhere in this trailer do they actually show a spider, which feels a bit meh. There's like a little bunny that you can see everywhere, I think here as well, or like in oh no, it is the same bunny. Why does the bunny suddenly become black? How does that work? Can you guys see? Is it like, this is not just lighting, guys. Wait, let me zoom in on this. We need to get to the bottom of this. The bunny becomes black, right? It's very clearly brown here. Why is it black suddenly? Anyways, let's continue with our black bunny. I think another one, yeah, it's like internal screaming. This is like Hee Hee Funny XD, but this is not a Hee Hee Funny XD game, I feel. Like, so, I don't know. How long is this still? 30 seconds, okay. So basically, there's only one gameplay loop, it seems. You have a catapult and you fire the catapult at things. Okay, so what is good? These transitions, except they're too slow. Like there's too much time here. Like I like this, like showcase the different environments, although there's a little bit of a weird shader, I feel. It's like, you know, one of those like cartoon things that you put on top of it, like an Instagram filter, because it doesn't look really like the rest of the game. Whatever, like this is a good transition. Takes a little bit too long, and then suddenly, very abrupt, like the song doesn't finish really. It just ends suddenly, which is also not great. And they have movement at least. Like this is the kind of movement I like. The wishlist today, Snowpult, could be bigger. Can I actually wishlist it? Is the game on Steam? Maybe this will give us some more information? Yes, it is. Okay, we got it. Like, yeah, here you can see it on Steam as well, where it is an ultra-wide trailer. So yeah, you got the scoreboard. You can see that one in the trailer as well. I have no clue what this game is, honestly. You have a catapult, and the trailer doesn't really convey to me what is the fun, what is the gameplay here. So that is one thing. Yeah, even looking at this, I'm not really sold on it. The wishlist today Snowpod could be bigger. I don't know. Yeah, increase this by like 3 times. This looks like a ball, not a spider. I talk more about the game itself, but it's trailers. Are you the guy who made this? I don't know. It's just I fling rocks through halls. Also, I don't know how I like this slide. One moment. So, like the slide transition, I generally prefer the cuts. But they're also screaming. Yeah. This is a hard trailer to save because there's only one thing happening basically. You've got 2 shots, you've got this music time changing of the environment, and you've got throwing the catapults. There needs to be more gameplay here. I don't know if there is more gameplay, but there needs to be more if you want to make a trailer out of this, I think. You like the internal screaming feels very detached from the trailer. Yeah, it feels like a very simple game because it has only that one specific environment. So that is a thing. Like this kind of slides, I don't like to see. Just do jump cuts basically between the two. Like what you would just do this. Bonk. Like do instant things basically. But I don't know what is the goal. What am I doing here? I think that is something you need to showcase basically to the player more. Leave the spider stuff because you can't deliver on that promise basically. Change the music, put this scene in earlier on in the trailer, make it a little bit faster because right now it's like this is 21. Yeah, this is like a 3-second scene of this. This is not gameplay. Yeah, like maybe something physics related, like Angry Birds almost, where you can see something collapse could be an interesting take here as well. That is something I would consider. I think big one, get rid of the music. This outro music transition is also very bad, get rid of that. Why does the music go up again? Put a fade out here. It's not hard, you just do this, you put it on here and you're done. Voila, I just saved you. Okay, I didn't, but do things like that basically is what I would say. I did not launch this as a catapult. Also, trebuchets are better if I were to launch this. So yeah, I don't know. It feels very simple. I think it's the hard problem. I think this trailer is like a 5 out of 10 at best. Do get points for the like, oh no, it's a 4 out of 10 because who makes an ultra wide trailer once again? Don't do this. 16 by 9, 1080p, please. Like the one thing you sometimes hear is like, oh, phones nowadays, they're like 18 by 9. So this is a trailer that's like better viewed on phones. It is not. Let me see if I can pull up the trailer on my phone. And I can only find gameplay. Can I not find the trailer? I can only find gameplay of this game. Why not trailer? Let me see if I can find the trailer. Nope. Okay. But basically, phones are 18 by 9, still closer to 16 by 9 than 21 by 9, basically. Like there was this weird period where phones used to be 20 by 9, but that has gone basically. Now it's back to being a little bit shorter. So don't do that. Okay. I am Zen again. This next trailer is a bit of a weird one because I feel like it's kind of a meta game. Once again, it's a game jam. I don't know, is this Akai the Creators? I don't know whose trailer this is. But this is a game, I feel like this trailer we shouldn't take too serious. Yeah, I gave this one a 4 out of 10. Or like the previous one, not this one that I'm looking at right now. This is an itch.io game jam game, so once again, we can't be as rude to these guys, I think. But let's take a look at it. Actually, I feel like it's a little bit too loud. Oh yeah, Jason Kennedy. This was made in less than 1 hour. So those are things that we should consider as well. So for making a trailer in like 1 hour, 20-second trailer, pretty short, it, did you see the same shot twice? Yeah, you did. The teleport through the sky is the same as the opening shots. Don't do that in trailers. Don't reuse things. Font is a bit out of place. I think this is like Consolas or something. I think in general, once again, let me see. If I just, because it's like, oh, kill slimes. Thanks, Captain Obvious. I didn't know that I had to do that. So what if I just take this and get rid of it. The music gonna sound off, but I feel like not much value is lost because you have to kill slimes and you're just going to kill slimes immediately. So what's the point of the text overlay when you're literally going to show it the next frame? Yeah, basically what Auk is saying as well. Why is there text showing, oh, you're gonna kill slimes, and then you actually kill slimes? So get rid of, like, text in trailers is one of those things that you need to be extremely, extremely vigilant about. Because 99% of the time, you do not need it, and if you do need it, it needs to be better than just a black screen with a font overlay on it, like this. Like, this is one of those things that like Hades does. Hades uses a lot of text in their trailers, but Hades also stylizes the fuck out of their trailers.
I always want.
So let's take a quick look. What there's the, like, this is not just a black screen with text on top of it. This is like 17 animations on top of each other with the text. Like, if you make text that looks this good, and like also once again, it's only a few frames where it takes up the full screen, and then it like gets smaller and you actually see gameplay again, then it's okay. But once again, realistically, you're not a good enough game trailer to do that kind of stuff. So don't try for it, basically, is what I'm asking of you. You need the Hades trailer team. I think it's Derek Leo who also worked on it. The thing is, those are people who are full-time, dedicated video game trailers. So then it like works a bit better. Complete quests, yeah. This one where you have complete quests, what I would do is, because you only show it for like 1 second basically, show more of the dialogue, because that's how you, like, I think you should have like, what is this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You have like 7 frames of showing the dialogue. So I think, I don't know, it's a game jam here. Let's not spend too much time on it. Font feels out of place. The black screens are always a bit more meh, but for having done this in an hour, I can't blame you. It's all right. It gets the point across. You show some gameplay. If it's a game jam game, this may be all of the gameplay there is, because I feel like all of this is just a single world almost, because like this bridge is the same bridge you get here. So, and I think actually, yeah, and this quest, like this is the same angel. So this is like one room basically. So because of that, yeah, it gets hard to make a trailer if there's not enough gameplay. I generally suggest you need to be able to play your game for at least 15 minutes. And then do that to make a trailer. So you do two playthroughs of at least 15 minutes so that you have enough gameplay footage for making a trailer, so you don't have to reuse footage and all of those things, basically. Yeah, call to action once again. You don't have a logo. That's not part of the thing. You have the call to action at least, which is good. So how many trailers we got left? Man, we're only halfway. Are you serious? Oh man, this is gonna be a long day. I don't know if we're gonna do it all because my throat may actually give up before the trailer review is done. So we'll see how far we go. Let's take a look at this one. House Heroes, Meet the Team. I think this one, it's not too long. Let's take a look at it. Why does it start with this? Oh well, I'm gonna shut up. Why does he look like Thomas? Sorry. Is it just me? I don't know, Thomas, if you're in the chat, why does this guy remind me of you? Oh my god, I was muted. Ah, yeah, I got it, guys. I don't know how much I said. I muted myself. Why can't I undo? Oh, this is awkward. I am back. I am back, man. I don't know how far I stayed. Anyways, I'm just gonna go back. First of all, guys, this is a Cinti game, and it looks good. So don't be scared to use Cinti assets, basically. My throat is dying. Anyways, I think this game, it looks still pretty alright. That's my standalone thoughts. First thing is, okay, how long was this? Double Rex asked me hey, how long is this trailer? It's 1 minute and 12 seconds, I think, or something. 1 minute 18, but we can actually make it a lot shorter. Because first of all, this part, nobody cares, once again. If this is one of your first games, who's gonna watch you? You can get rid of this, basically, and this saves you a solid 5-6 seconds almost. Let's see, where does the gameplay actually start? Here. Okay, bam. Get rid of that first part. I feel like I missed nothing here by not having that beginning, so don't do that. Also, here at the end, there's a very abrupt ending. Once again, get that part out of the trailer as well. That I remember where I was. I was gonna recenter this at 10 seconds. Yeah, so I saw some people who are like, oh yeah, it feels like a sitcom. The trailer is like called the Meet the Team. So I guess it's like Meet the Engineer or whatever, like a bit inspired by that. I do like the general vibe of this trailer. The vibe of this trailer is really good. I can't fault anyone on that. They have no animations, but like this is font large enough. It makes sense here because we're gonna frame what is this video gonna be about. We're gonna meet the team. It's stylized. It fits the vibe here. It's a very good transition. Like this is the kind of transitions you want to do. You don't want to do like just black wipes and whatever. You don't know the core gameplay loop? I think it's pretty obvious. It's just at the second part of the trailer, basically. They're building houses. That's how I can see it. And it's like maybe my guess is like, oh, it's like kind of co-op and you have to do these different things. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Actually, I want to take a look and see if I can punch in on this. There's like a trailer playing here at the bottom. So I don't know what game that is. I just found it funny and I noticed it. So let's see how that goes. Like the cuts, the cutouts, the black color fades are really good. Like where they cut out of the character, the lighting is a bit different. It's a Bite Me Games game. Should Marnix tier list the trailers? No, Thomas, go away. You go and sledgehammer things. Also, Thomas, Thomas, do you agree that this guy looks like you? Please tell me yes. Like this guy, Big Ronnie. I'm gonna call Thomas Ronnie from now on. It is also a Thompson name, so it fits. The wipe transition not in the video. Even better if it's in the game. Makes it better, so... So this is like also a trailer that does humor, and I think it does humor pretty good. It's like I think that's like the main thing. I'm not sure if there is a second trailer, but I think there should be a second trailer because we're 43 seconds into the game right now. And only now do you see basically what the game's about. Before it was just to meet the team. And if you're doing an intro or like a trailer that's purely, hey, meet the team, that is okay. But if you're doing it where, oh, I actually also want to show the gameplay, I would have a second trailer that is just basically showing the game on its own without the characters, because that is something people care about as well. Actually, I think I can probably validate this. What is it called? House Heroes? I guess you have a Steam page up already. You do not have a Steam page up already. Okay. That changes things. Whatever. Also, once again, it's like black screen, but the fonts are big enough. Like you could maybe do this an overlay, but these are nearly not as offensive as like the previous times we had like the black screen overlays with the fonts. Biggest fault that I have is once again, what do I do with this? After watching this trailer, I'm gonna watch Mr. Beast. And did you see the video with the 50, you can play a demo on Game Jolt? Well, where does it say that? Nowhere. I don't know what's going on. So I think that is something that's missing here as well. House Heroes coming soon. I think it's all right. Is this an AI generated image? I don't know. It feels to me like this trailer thing is a bit off. Like it has 6 wheels, all wheels are different, and the cap doesn't make sense. Old guy fell twice in the same angle. Okay, yeah, you got you paid someone for it and he just scammed you. I get that one. I think, yeah, in general, once again, there could be some movement on this final screen. Maybe something like zooming in on top of a table actually in game, because this is just a static image, I think, of the pen, the ruler, and then the paper. So yeah, if you paid some guy, I hope he disclosed he used AI. I hope you didn't pay for an actual artist and then get this, because that would be sad. Yeah. Oh, I feel like there's multiple developers in this chat. Yeah, so I suspect it's AI. I also think it's AI. So I know the pain from Songs of Everjade. So whatever. Yeah, trailers. Get rid of the beginning. I already got rid of that for you. I think that's the main one, because 5 seconds is too long. Nobody cares about who you are at the end of the day, unless you're like super giant games like Hades, or you have that captive audience. You show, like, this is one of those things where it's like, is this gameplay? Not fully, but it shows to me what the game is about already. So I think it's all right here. It's like not a cinematic, but it still shows the game and what you're doing. So I can't really complain there. I would make a second version of the trailer where you show the gameplay more early at least, but you can definitely keep this one. The cold start with the truck driving in. Yeah, it works great. No need to ruin that with a long ass intro. I agree with that as well. This could be probably a scene that you can actually punch in a little bit on. Let's see how this looks. Because it's like kind of, you don't know where to focus on. What is the scene? Yeah, it looks a bit weird, guys. Bear with me here. Yeah, here. So basically, this can be reset. Yeah, here I would, this is like punched in by like 20-25%. I would do that because otherwise it felt a bit small. The woman got hit. This is already very nitpicky. Like at the end of the day, this is a trailer I can't complain too much about. Let's swap this, get this reset back to normal. You make the bet. You got the text, you got the gameplay. Oh, one thing I noticed here, you have different scenes of gameplay because you can see the font change. Like this is old footage, this is new footage. And is it gonna kill your trailer? No. Does it look great? Also no. So it's like, if you can, redo those trailers. Thomas, I am actually gonna drive down to your house and like beat the shit out of you if you're gonna keep asking for tier lists. Yeah, I wanted to get the vibe. You definitely got that vibe here. So yeah, this is like an 8 out of 10 trailer at least. No, it's a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. I think it's a really good start already. Sure, you can do it Hades trailer, it's gonna be better, but this is a good trailer as well. So I actually have to leave this place for like 2 seconds because I need to blow my nose because I am still sick as hell, and I'll be here in like 1 minute again. Don't leave, guys. Like, entertain them, Thomas. How's your day going or something? Ask them. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna mute myself the entire time. I'm getting smarter at how this streamer thing goes. Unbelievable. Great. Okay, Thomas, thank you for your distraction. We are now back to our regular scheduled programming. Please, thank you for standing by, everyone. 1 minute tier list of the trailers. Guys, you don't understand how much effort it is to make a tier list. Yeah. Conference or game? I definitely got Conflu. It's not COVID, but I definitely got Conflu. So that is the sad part. I was sick the week before Develop Pride, like really sick. Like I had to take antibiotics up until basically like the last day before the conference. Then I go there. I was fine during the conference. It was just tiring because I had to walk around all day. I go home, I'm good for like 2 days, and then I just die. So this is conferences. I now have like 6 weeks or like, no, 5 weeks to recover for Gamescom, and then I probably get to do this all over again, which, great. Anyways, let's take a look at some more trailers. This one, I know the developer is in chat, Cosmic Cosmonaut by Volcanic. So, hi Volcanic, give us a hi in chat. This is a game that let's change the entire trailer. I'll play it again once again. It's like 50 seconds, so it's fine, or 45 seconds, and then we'll go through it.
In a world where the Soviet Union made a great leap forward, you explore space. You meet interesting aliens and characters.
X-240.
Woe is me. Another peasant wishes to speak to the Queen.
You find hidden secrets. You manage your fleet. You defend said fleet. To all of this and more in Cosmic Cosmonaut. Wishlist now on Steam.
I have a lot of thoughts. You've got a call to action, which is good. Also, the art style of the game, like I've seen this in the Discord already. Guys, if you're watching the stream and you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? The Discord is a place where we ask you for these trailers.
World where the Soviet Union made a great
First big
leap forward.
problem, why you have text, you have the voice overlay, and then it's like explore space, and this
Explore
feels
space.
like Windows Movie Maker, like built-in like text show-ups basically. It doesn't fit the vibe of the rest of the game. You got this really pretty, really aesthetic, and like different colored orange basically font for your game, and then suddenly there's like this default animation of like explore space, which doesn't
You meet
feel like it makes
interesting
sense
aliens.
when someone is talking about what is going on.
And characters.
Same here, like meet alien.
X-240.
Woe is me. Another
I don't know
peasant
if
wishes-
these were AI voices. These sound good, but the first, like the general announcer is a bit
wishes to
different.
speak to the Queen.
You find hidden secrets. You manage your fleet. You defend said fleet.
Yeah, I guess the cat is AI, yeah, maybe. Death-friendly trailer, maybe. But then there's no, because if it's a death-friendly trailer, you have closed captions as well. I think, yeah, also it's not the voice, but also the things they're saying,
You meet in
because it's always saying the same. It's like you meet new people, you explore space, it's like always you and then do something. Yeah, indeed, like Tokor 1N also says the same. It keeps repeating you, which actually doesn't feel good. It's like a very flat voice of like you explore secrets, which almost feels like a weird sentence. Like the sentence itself is AI generated almost. Like here you say
you find hidden
yeah,
secrets.
like you find hidden secrets.
You manage your fleet.
I would just be like, oh, find hidden secrets or something like that. Leave out the you. Use a more futuristic
You
voice,
manage
maybe.
your fleet. You defend said fleet. To all of this and more in Cosmic Cosmonaut.
Like especially here as well, like the do all of this and more. This feels like do they use imperative language? I don't know if they use imperative language. It sounds like an army guy speaking, so maybe an army guy would speak with more anger though, or like with more of that imperative language indeed. So I think that is one thing.
Wish list now
I like
on
once again,
Steam.
this feels very dead. So this is one, the music also, this is the first trailer I think we're doing with music that has vocals. And I don't know if I like it. Like this final part, I don't know what's the, like if I could have gone on, why is this in the, also this is like not gameplay, this is just like a picture from like Google images or whatever. This doesn't really feel like it belongs here almost. Like this part all is good, but this just feels a bit weird. It's like Cool, Yuri Gagarin. Thank you for this. Yeah, using the plain NASA photo kinda kills the rest of this really good aesthetic. Like, guys, back me up on this. This is a good aesthetic, like very good aesthetic. And then suddenly it's like, this is just doesn't fit it. The font doesn't fit it. The image doesn't fit it. So yeah, like just end it after this is basically what I would say. Don't do this extra piece of thing. Especially in this scene, the music feels a bit like it doesn't fully fit with the voiceover as well. Yeah, don't use years of good effort on a... Don't make the photo using pixel art also. That does not look as good as you're gonna imagine it looking. But I would try a different song. It does fit like this final part of like that cosmonaut in space. Here the lyrics match, but not at the, like this fighting scene especially. It feels a bit weird.
Wishes to speak to the Queen.
This is an AI voice that is okay, but the general overall script once again doesn't feel good. The AI voiceover narration doesn't feel that great either. It's too like fake human, I guess. I don't know. It
You
doesn't
meet interesting aliens
fit the
and
rest.
characters.
Same with the text. I would get rid of all the text overlays. I would relook at the script of the voiceover guy at least. Maybe try a different voice as well. Cut out the end part of this. Doesn't matter. And maybe see if you can do a recut using slightly different music that does not have vocals and see how that goes. Trailer text font should be more similar to style. Yeah, indeed, because also like this is a very warm orange, whereas this is like, what color is this? This is just a grayish white. Yeah, FE. So it's a very big difference. Can I get a good one? This is like much more yellowy at least. So maybe try to robotize voice, like really lean into the sci-fi aspect maybe. And just go for the more robotic sound. Could actually help in this case. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is still a pretty good trailer at the end of the day. Or no, is this a good trailer? I think it's a trailer that is carried by the graphics of the game. But I think if it was any other game that didn't look as good, the trailer would be much worse. Is I think a better way to describe it. I don't know. Am I making sense? The art really carries this one because art carries trailers and marketing material at the end of the day, and you're kind of lowering the potential for like mixing the fonts, mixing the art and things like that. Like you lower the art style is a 10 out of 10, but because of this trailer it goes down to an 8 or like a 7. Yeah, it should match the energy. It does not match the energy. Speaking of energy, man, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trailers left. Great. This is going great, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way. Hope you guys are learning some new things. So let's see how it goes. Oh,
New 2 donation
nice.
from Reading Ocelotl. Love these trailer reviews. Amazing you review them so regularly.
I don't review them
Also,
regularly.
these games look good. Success to the devs.
Yeah, thank you, Reading Ocelot. How many am I doing? I think it's 15 in total, but we got, so for the people who are wondering, how do you, some people still do it. If you're in our Discord server, which you should be, our Discord is really awesome. There is this thread here that is just game trailer after game trailer after game trailer, if it doesn't want to load even. I just went through this in order of submission, basically. But what I do often, if I do these kinds of streams, is I make an announcement, I ping everyone, and then, like, if it's feedback or whatever, then basically, if you're in the Discord, you can participate in the streams. I don't do the YouTube announcements for, like, regular streams. Also, the Discord color dropper, this is gonna be hard, actually. But it is a tool for Windows Power Toys. Let me see, is it, because I use my computer in like Japanese. Basically, install Power Toys here, color picker, it's not translated. And then it's like a shortcut, Windows Shift C for me. and then it just pulls out like a Windows-wide color picker. It's really nice. It gives you like some accents. It has a history. Best solution in my opinion. Use Windows Power Toys if you're using Windows. They have so many cool stuff. So I hope that helps Joss AB. Game Dev Discord server tier list 1. There's no need for a tier list because there's only like one S tier and that's it. So anyway, speaking of S tiers, next trailer, Pulsar Crash. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, I'm gonna hold my comments. So I think this is one of those trailers. I'm gonna just hop in. It feels too weird not to talk. Where your game art style, at the end of the day, ooh, this is suddenly a different kind of art style, if you know what I mean. Your game art style dictates how your trailer's gonna look and how your text material's gonna look. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Okay, that was the trailer. Step one, first of all, we've talked about this before. Get rid of the first part. How long is this? 4.5 seconds. Get ready, Pulsar Crush. Isn't the proper set? Okay, we'll get there in a second. So, the following trailer represents a work in progress. As an indie developer, I don't think you need this. Where does this come from? It comes from those like larger AAA games who don't want to get sued because they like have the downgraded graphics or whatever. I think you saw like Cyberpunk, where the game they showcased versus the game they delivered, very big difference. And then if you have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people paying $60 for a game, yeah, you want to make sure that you set expectations straight, because otherwise you get something like the day before. If you're an indie game, this doesn't matter. The only thing this does, especially in combination with this horrible font and the black screen, is make me not want to watch the trailer. Get rid of this. Yeah. Indeed, you're not fully confident. And then after that, double whammy, immediately you follow it up with your game logo. Just, once again, get rid of both of these. Do yourself a favor. It doesn't matter. Let's reset the trailer quickly so I can use the timestamps correctly. Nice. Okay, we got gameplay. I think a big problem this trailer have, and chat, back me up on this. It feels so weird to say chat, but I think this has wrong music. The music does not fetch the vibes, is I think a big problem with this trailer. It feels too jazzy? I don't know, I'm not a jazz boy. But also, yeah, the fonts, I don't know. This does not look like a amazing font. So I think that is also, it comes from Puddlegate. I don't know what Puddlegate is nowadays. I'm too young for this, or too old, I don't know. I think song about the vocal line about Cosmonaut. That's only help. Okay, I just realized, how are they okay, so he's going through the portal. My attention in this shot was actually at the guy here on the left. I don't know, can I, wait, do I have the shortcut? I don't have the shortcut. On the right, sorry. Directions or like angles are very weird, because this is the guy who's shooting, but actually the attention is here with like this guy going through the portal. I would punch in on that almost to make sure that you as the viewer know what to look at, because I wouldn't notice this. Like the first time I watched the trailer, I didn't notice what was happening here because there's so much going on at the same time, and I just look at the thing with the most movement, which is the guy shooting basically. Especially in shots like these, like yeah, it's very easy to lose track of what everyone is doing because of different figures, limited, different visibility, I guess. Also this, This suddenly feels like an 18 plus game. I'm sorry, guys. Back me up on this. Like, your artist can start as a furry guy if you need more funding for your studio. I don't know if this is offensive to say, but could be a way to market your game more. The music just does not fit here at all. It's too happy, chill vibes. Local multiplayer and online with rollback network. Yeah. Like those are things that I would expect of these games, to be honest. So I don't know if it's worth to actually say it again. Get jumped, Pulsar Crash. Which is now on Steam. And it's moving slowly, so that's good. Characters aren't super relevant. I mean, it's like not Smash, because Smash uses the IP, but like the other arena brawlers, I don't know the game, like Brawlout or whatever, then the characters do matter for like choosing the game. I feel, is it on Brawlout? Or like Brawlhalla, same story. Yeah, here also, like the characters make sense once they do the collaborations with like other studios, but at the end of the day, the characters are just what are like your abilities, what are your weapons. So it makes sense that they showcase like, hey, we have 8 different characters, because this means that, hey, there are 8 different ships. So I think this definitely needs to keep existing. It just feels oddly sexual. I don't know. I am just too obsessed with the crotch area of the dragon. I have issues maybe. I don't know. I am not a furry, but I would have maybe just like zoomed in a little bit more and cut off that part, because it gives a different vibe to the game. Text pop-ups are too long maybe, and also once again too much text. The font, I would reconsider which pieces of text you need, like fierce twin stick head-to-head space dogfights. I think this is what I could drop out. Let's see if we can do that. How long are the text overlays as well? So from 18, 19, yeah. That's a 3-second text overlay. That's too long. Oh, I don't want to take a screenshot. Yeah, it doesn't feel like much of a difference. Let's see if I can actually cheese this. This is once again my Premiere Pro skills. Let's see. Let's pull this guy up. It's gonna be a bit smaller, but I'll make it bigger again. I would actually punch this in and focus on this guy. And then here, make some keyframes if I can. Thank you very much, Premiere. And then zoom out again. Very easy. But do something like this, so I know what I am supposed to be looking at. I'm not supposed to be looking at the guy in the top right corner. But I think those are like small improvements that you can make as well. Getting rid of a lot of text. Here, this is too long of a clip. Master dozens of character and weapon combinations. Once again, I see the characters here. Do I need to say the text? Probably not. And the music doesn't fit. Get some different music for this, guys. That's the most important thing. Like this is one, local multiplayer and online with rollback netcode. This is a piece of text you can keep in here, but make it a little bit shorter, because this is something that's hard to convey through gameplay. Like, yeah, sure, you can guess that, hey, there are 4 people playing, probably it has like multiplayer or something, but this is fine, you can keep this in. But other pieces of text, like, don't get jumped, okay. Once again, it's too long. 80 synthwave / music would work very well for this. Actually, shall we give it a go? Let's give it a go, maybe. Let's see if I can get a synth. How does this sound with a synthy song? Synthwave. Let's take a listen. Let's go to highlights. I don't know how that too slow. Too slow. I can filter, I think, on exciting. Do I get faster? too electronic. Too slow. A little bit too slow still. I think something like this would work better. This is just me, like Paradise Warfare by Carpenter, but I don't know about like how deep I'm gonna go here. But let's see. Let me make. Guess we've been through this part. Make this smaller again. Let me actually give myself a bit more timeline space. Cut out this part. Okay. Let's just get a vibe check for how does this sound. Much better. Let me make this a little bit quieter. I hope I didn't make your ears bleed. But there feels like there's like this is too long of a scene. I think this kind of music would do much better for this genre of game. Just looking at the vibes of this that I'm giving here. So I don't know, take it or leave it. I think synthwave would indeed be a better fit here. Probably want to spend a bit more than me because I spent literally 1 minute just looking at the top synthwave songs. But I think that fits the genre better, fits the color palette better as well. Get rid of some of the text, yeah. I think I'm not gonna spend too much extra time on this trailer. There's plenty of things I think that can be improved upon this. I think this is a 6 out of 10. Also, once again, the art style, it already kicks you a bit with the marketing and things like that. The non-technical people know what rollback is. No, I don't think they do. So that is one thing. The next trailer, man, my throat is dead. Let's see. Also, Cloudless Studios. So if you're here, once again, if you're in the Discord already, you would have been pinged with an announcement that I was doing this kind of stream. You could submit, and there's like a thread on our Discord server where you could have submitted your trailers. Maybe you guys are still submitting, honestly. Let me take a look. Yeah, people are still adding their own trailers. I have no idea when I'm gonna get here because I will probably, most realistically, the fairest thing to do is just keep going through this list. And yeah, I have enough games here basically for another 3 or 4 of these kinds of streams at this point. So we'll see how it goes. People know rollback means. I guess that code won't be shit. I think that's a fair assumption. This next trailer has a little bit of a special thing up its sleeve in the trailer. We'll see how it goes. I want to know your guys' opinion on it as well. I think the developer wants to know your opinion on this also. Let's take a listen. Okay, so apparently this trailer is a little bit famous on Reddit already. I think the main question the developer had is like, this is a game where you have those voice comms as part of the game. And I think it works here. Dead by Daylight, I don't know what you mean with that. I think this is the trailer, honestly, and the state of the game looks like this is honestly near production ready. Like, I don't have much to complain. Like, yeah, the trailer, the game looks a bit janky, but that's how these games get fun, by being kind of janky. The thing here is you have like those golden eggs that you need to get from the garden basically, and then there's like another, man, a lot of people have seen this trailer. Guess it's a famous one actually. I have not. And there's like one real player probably who controls the guy with the shotgun, and he needs to defend the eggs. That is, I feel, what the game's about. I think the trailer gives it alright. That's conveying that. Let me make this little. Yeah, you pick up the egg, you get shot, whatever. Oh dear, yeah. So I think this is a good trailer, honestly. The music choice is really good as well. It builds up the hype, and having that voice chat almost makes it feel like, you know, the love track of a comedy show, like a sitcom, where this makes it feel more fun, because I think this more free cam shots of several players interacting. The playing gameplay cameras make it too self-focused. Maybe that is something you could do, like have a time lapse, or like not a time, but an overhead of like the different chickens entering the house at the same time, but from like different angles. That could work, but that's already nitpicky, I think. This is a very good trailer, I think, if you ask me. The voice comms really added. I think this game, or like this trailer, would be way worse without the voice comms, is my opinion. It's what it comes down to. Well, I couldn't get the egg part for real. What's the name of this game? Extraction. I think the name also would give away what the game is about. You have to extract the eggs. So that is something, yeah. I think the trailer is alright. Scratch that. I think the trailer is good. What am I saying? This is what you can do when you have friends. Basically, yeah. Also, this is like the kind of games, once again, that are like great for streamers, and you're already basically simulating those streamers having fun with playing this game. I think there was a stat also that came out recently, like 50% of all Steam games sold are like co-op games. So these kind of games definitely in a resurgence, or like are booming right now. I don't know what to say. I think this is a pretty solid one. So yeah, I don't have much to say here, honestly. It's a good trailer. To shoot game, like if you want to have your logo, put it up here, little thing. Don't put it in the front. This is a good one. You have the cinematic intro of the different chickens coming in. So yeah, type of game you see on achievement. I feel like I am too old to understand these references. It's like Fortnite. I don't know Fortnite. I mean, I know Fortnite. So yeah. Also, I don't think, guys, that I'm gonna go through all of these still. I'm like dying too much. So let's take a look. Decipher the deck. Ooh, this is a game. Let's take a look. The music just changed there for no reason. Don't do that. Don't change your music like that. Okay, so I'm actually curious because, call me old-fashioned, I have never seen Balatros trailer. What music did more energetic? I'm just listening purely to the music, basically. Don't use this as your outro screen. Black text, uncentered white default font. This is horrible. Please, for the love of God. What is your game's name? I forgot about it. I have no clue what game to wishlist now. So yeah, UI could use some work. Don't change the sound effects or like the music in the middle of the game. Discover card abilities. Why is the top bold and then the bottom two are not bold, but it's one sentence? August 8, 2024 is the name. Would be funny, but no. It doesn't explain the gameplay, I think, indeed. It's like, okay, we have these playing cards, but none of the playing cards seem to make sense for what they're doing, because suddenly they're like flipping, like here, and it's like doing damage. I have no clue what's going on. And the music like repeats too much, which also doesn't fit here. Like, okay, you got the deck. What do these icons mean? Why is my boss UI or like these two circles so giant? Doesn't make sense. Is this a puzzle game? Yeah, what's the lock? What is the joke? Also like how the music just abruptly changes here. Once again, what does the Joker do? I don't know. What is this game? I don't know. Decipher the deck. Do they have a Steam page? I'm genuinely confused what this game is now. Decipher the deck. Oh, wishlist now. Where? Not on Steam, it seems. Let me go back to the where is this trailer for Decipher the Deck? I need to go think with games. Ping for reply. Oh, the guys in chat here. Oh, there's a Steam link here. Why do I not find it? Am I typing it wrong? Decipher the Deck. Decipher. Oh, now I get it. Okay, better. Knowledge-based puzzle game. There's traditional puzzle cards, interesting puzzle. So it's a puzzle game. Abilities are not explained. You must deduce them on your own. My man, I'm sorry. I have no clue what this. This is what I mean with puzzle games are very hard to market. Oh, you got the music made by someone. Some cards are bombs. This is not helping me understand the game either, the Steam page. I'm going straight to the Steam page just because I need to understand what I'm working with. If I didn't even know this was a puzzle game. This could have just as well been a roguelike deck builder for all I know. So that's why I headed over. Not really because if I was a regular user, I would have just clicked off and been like, nope, why would I do this? I have this is like Palatro at home. This is why puzzle games have low median revenue. I think that's a bit mean. Card games are super hard. This is straight up gift trying. This is almost a gameplay. Yeah. The music doesn't fit. That's like the easy advice I can give. Don't make the sound effects change so roughly when you have the Joker, you have the card, you have the call to action at the end. Like, this does not sound good. That's like one thing as well. Decipher the deck. Oh, I get it. Decipher the deck like you have a deck of cards and you need to understand what every card does because every card does something. Heavily mouse-based, but mouse is not captured. Yeah. I feel like it actually is. I don't know what is up here, but this feels like a mouse, but like a debug mouse to show what mouse buttons are being clicked. Yeah, that's the idea. It took me like 5 or 10 minutes of looking at this game before I could decipher it. So I think in that regard, the trailer isn't really a great fit. The font, the text, I think the last 3 trailers, I have difficulty to understand the main objective of the game. This is very hard to get the objective. This is a go back to the drawing board for the trailer moment, I fear. It's like, what do you want to showcase? What is the game about? How are you going to show it? Like, hand is locked. What does hand is locked mean? I'm deciphering the deck. Then it shouldn't matter if the hand is locked, right? I don't know if I have much useful stuff to say here. Anyone who will look at your game will always think of a game. You want to make it recognizable. Yeah. So, yeah. Put a logo here. Change the font. There's just so much. This is a rework. Like I don't know if I want to score this. I just want you to remake it, basically. Get around to think about. Like, what does the hand do? Suddenly I put my hand on something. There's so many questions that this trailer gives me and no answers. Decipher the trailer. That is probably what it comes down to. I don't think I'm gonna do all 3, guys. I'm starting to die. Let's do one more trailer, the Crystal Tower Defense one. And then we'll keep going. And then I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna like drink 7 liters of tea with honey and cry. Could be easier to understand. Yeah, there's some comments in chat as well. Let's take a look at this lost one first. This is very Windows Movie Maker. Or like I. I'm happy I'm not the only one who saw the typo. Why is there a Valve trademark thing at the end? I feel like that is not required to be placed there. Anyway, once again, there's too much black stuff. Let me just get rid of that. The editing makes this trailer bad. I think the gameplay has the game doesn't look crazy. Let's get that out of the way first. It does look like there's like this Unity asset to easily make tower defense games. It does look like it's inspired by that. But the trailer doesn't do it justice. The trailer makes it, once again, like the way the game is edited, or like the trailer's edited, makes it look worse. Don't use... Can I review 45 more trailers? No. No way. I feel like next stream I'll do like some donation goal. It needs to be worth it for me to just suffer for another 7 hours if I want to do 45 more trailers. So let's take another look. Like, this is fine. Up until here, like, it immediately starts, but then suddenly, wow, I cover 1/3 of my screen with build your own labyrinth. And I'm not even making a labyrinth, honestly. Paper trail review, it's something I was actually considering, but I felt like it was a bit too scammy for the first one. Or like, you know, you can pay to get extra YouTube member. Go away, Thomas. You're a horrible influence. This takes up too much space. Like, I couldn't see the game, and then suddenly the entire environment has changed. Also, this doesn't feel this is very nitpicky, but you call it a labyrinth, but it's a tower defense. There's one pod still. It's 1 minute of gameplay footage to work with and 2 minutes of trailer. Like, these transitions, my man. This is like 40, well, like 30-year-old me who discovered like the default animations. We have the characters, Pebblehead, so Sentinel, not Al, but E. Does this matter who your enemies are? Do you only have 3 enemies? No, you have more enemies. But this is something where, you know, those fast-paced time lapses make more sense, where you show every enemy for like 3 frames and like very quickly changes, but like the camera position stays the same, just the actual enemy that it's tracking differs. That's something you would do here as well. Like, and many more. This is not text you need to have. Okay, I got gameplay, I'm building. It's just sped up footage. These transitions earn rewards. No. No, why are there 4 gameplays at the same time? Yeah, art, important to know what they do rather than what they are. Combine your rewards. Like I feel like I could just skip. Oh, they always have the earn rewards. Once again, I feel like you could do a supercut of, you zoom in on one of these 4, and then you, once they open, you quickly change between the 4 of them. And we get rid of this all, like all the extra text. And you can immediately see, oh, I can take, I think I cut a little bit too much actually. Yeah, I did. And you can see like, oh, I take all these things, I put them together, I upgrade them. Show, don't tell. Equip your turrets. Gosh jolly darn, I wouldn't have expected that the things that I just showed on the screen, let me once again cut it out, can just be shown in the next frame. And then it makes sense. Maybe have a shot here in between that is like, oh, you actually look at the turrets. So you can see like, hey, we're gonna be working on the turrets now. And then you put in the upgrades. There's no need to have all of this text at the end of the day. This is too long of a scene as well. Crystal Tower Defense, check out now, Steam, Hot Roof Studios. The entire reward, yeah, get, combine, put in turret. That's basically what I tried to do here as well, like get, combine, put in turret. So yeah, if you need to explain what's going on, yeah, don't do text, like earn rewards, you'll know that this is a loot box at the end of the day. Build your own labyrinth. No, you're not building your own labyrinth. You're like fortifying your base. Have a time lapse of putting down more of the towers, putting down more of the walls and things like that. I think those are things I would do here. Like this is a very big game, like seen already. This is fine. Defeat your enemies. When am I not supposed to defeat my enemies? I feel that's the whole point of the name. Attention span of a mosquito, yeah. And that is not here. Like once again, you start too slow. What I would actually maybe even consider looking at the re-edit of this is, let's take a look-see. Get rid of this. So it goes. Oh, actually, let me unlink the music and the trailer, just so I can do more. Let's take another look at this. I need to unlink this as well. Let's make the music longer. Okay, so here it's gonna go with the music a bit up. And then we get rid of this. And then once again, music changes, and we're gonna skip forward again to the bigger one. This feels much better, right? Am I just like loving, like tooting my own horn? But I feel like this feels much better. And I could actually, even if I wanna really go into the attention span of a mosquito, I could probably just drop this part and go closer to the exit. Once again, stick to the music. The music will guide the trailer. This is too long. So when is the next scene? Here. Yeah, sure, we'll keep them. This could be sped up. Actually, I think I can maybe just actually do that. Speed saturation, let's make this 150%. Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm missing much. And the fact that it goes faster gives me so much more feeling. Let's get rid of the and many more once again. No text. Oh, is this still sped up? No, it isn't. Let's just zooming out, build everything. And here, since I'm, where is it? Okay, here we do our next cut because we listen to the music. This is too slow. Okay, so where is the earn rewards? Okay, I'm already past the earn rewards. So yeah, I have to go through it. So it's like this. Get rid of this, put it here. I hope this is interesting, guys. I'm just basically going on an old man rant now and just reworking the trailer. Could be faster. Honestly, life hack, you can speed up. If you have to speed up your game trailer, it probably means your game is too slow, but you can do it. Like, it doesn't feel too weird when I do it here because the game is just so slow. Like this is one where, what was it that I did the cuts because I was like, this is going on for too long. Here, yeah, you're placing down the turrets, so why don't we show that we can actually upgrade them? Take this here. And voila. And we have a crescendo of our music. So let's switch on over to our final. Oh, and then it just goes dark again. Okay, it just disappears here. Well, bam, there you go. Put a little fade on the music here. You just got a new trailer. And it's like half the size. And I don't feel like there's too much missing from it. There's more action in the beginning. This is already too long, actually. You showcase your enemy still because, hey, we need some variety. We sped this part up. Okay, more gameplay. Earn rewards, change the colors, change the overview. Like, I would still get rid of the text if I could, but I'm just working with the footage I have. I get the upgrades, I intersperse it with me placing down turrets, upgrade the turrets. Yeah, okay, so outro is a bit vague as well. Actually, I can just do this, actually. Speed / duration, let's make this 50%. Oh, this is longer. Let's make the fade a bit longer. Voila, you have a brand new Steam trailer. You're welcome. How long is this one actually? Yeah, Sentinel isn't a war, but hey, not everyone is from the US of A, guys. Remember, maybe it's their second language. Or maybe they're just like bad at English. I've had those as well. So yeah, now the trailer is just 40 seconds, and I think it's much better if you ask me. So this is what you can do with the recuts and just piecing around things, building up the tension much faster. I hope this gave you a bit of an idea, but I am gonna call it quits at this. What has the chat been up to? Because I was kind of in my little focus zone here. Unlikely, but offering a page review would be nice. Not time for it. Yeah, so we'll see. You've played that for your typos. I don't know, if the guy wants it, I can give it to him. Just send me a DM on Discord and I'll like do an export of it. But basically just copy what I did and redo it from that. Like, this is me just giving you pointers. Don't actually make this your Steam trailer. That's horrible because there's like bad cuts in here still. It's just me doing something in like a very short period of time to show that, hey, you can actually make these trailers better. I'm not just bitching about them. The other two, I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna keep it at this. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, a little bit over 2 hours, so I definitely did. We'll do more of these. Once again, if you're watching this and you want your own trailers to be reviewed, you can slide into the Discord, our Discord. It's linked down below in this whatever live stream. Words are hard, it's late. Join the Discord. In announcements, there's this post. I will make more posts if we do other special kinds of streams. In here is a thread with 41 messages because fuck me. And you just post your Steam trailer here. Post a link to the trailer and I will go through it in a future stream at some point. Also, if you slide into my DMs and you give me 20 bucks, you get priority on your stream trailer reviews. So anyways, I hope this gave you guys a better idea of everything that's going on. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you like these kinds of videos or like trailers. Not trailers, it's too late. My brain is dead. I hope you like these live streams. Next week, Thomas is going to be doing another coding live stream and then probably after, yeah, I'm sorry Tilted Cat for joining. It's over. Goodbye. You can watch the vault. Next week is a coding stream with Thomas. Week afterwards, I'll probably be doing another one of these. So don't worry, I'll be doing more of these. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Yeah, I want to end the stream, YouTube.